So I feel like college is just another 4 years of high school. I can't like just keep doing stuff for money. If you drop anything, you should be promoting it for at least a week or two before. Everybody in the music industry jokes about how like if you fresh, like, oh, you haven't been ruined yet.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to Dormer 101 Podcast, the podcast that has everything and nothing to do about college. I am your girl, Mya G, and of course, I'm here with Victoria. So today, we have a special guest with us today, and yeah, she's going to talk about her college experience and way much more. And today we have Kenzi in the building.
What's up, y'all?
I know, it's really nerve-wracking. I completely understand. But yeah, so we're doing obviously another episode and just kind of learning about other people's college experience, which is really nice because obviously everybody's experience with like life and stuff is not the same. So it's interesting to know and like talk about other people's experience and just kind of get a idea of like what other people went through because obviously, like I said, we don't live the same life. But yeah, Kenzi, tell us about your college experience.
Okay. Right off the bat, huh? My college experience was okay.
Okay.
It wasn't the best, but I think I didn't take the most advantage of everything.
Okay.
I went to a school where like it was like a feeder school for my high school. So I feel like college was just another 4 years of high school.
Oh wow.
Okay. And it sucked. It was really bad.
You didn't like
No, I mean like okay, my school was I went to like a really big party school, so we partied all the time.
Yeah.
And I mean, I learned stuff, I guess. I remember some stuff, I guess. But, like, it just was so... I had all these friends before I got there, so I never made any new friends. And then, you know, people grow, they change. So, it was just a lot going on other than school that I had to deal with. So,
for real?
Yeah.
What school did you go to?
I went to Winston, Salem State University.
Okay.
Go Rams.
Period.
Yeah. And
what did you major in?
I majored in... communications and marketing. I was a double major, period.
Communication, period, Buki.
And then I minored in Africana studies, and then I also minored in like music business.
Okay, cool.
That's a lot.
Yeah. It wasn't that bad though. I like switched minors. I didn't do both.
Oh, okay. I was like,
and what minor you stuck with?
With music business is the one I ended with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was that experience like? Just obviously a party school. Like, because it's a Winston-Salem day. Y'all party, for
It's
sure.
nothing else to do but party. I mean, it was lit, like, but, I guess we was just always outside. Like, I didn't realize that other people at other schools don't do that. Because in that little area, there was NCA&T, there was Central, so those are all party schools. Everybody's partying around me. I didn't realize other places don't do that, so it was just normal. We were just always having big parties. My school has, like, the best school spirit. There were so many parties.
Oh, my God. See, I went... to school all the way in Boone, Appalachian State.
Oh, okay.
In North Carolina. So it wasn't really partying. If we was going to frats.
Yeah.
And I went to one and I was like, I saw some stuff I should have never seen. And I said, I ain't going again.
Yeah, it wasn't none of that.
I was like, absolutely not.
Did you ever feel like you fell off with like your studies because it was such like a party school and stuff? Or like did you feel like you could balance it?
No, not at all. I was definitely like the queen of balance.
Okay.
Like I was out late night and then back up in the morning. Like, yeah, I still to this day I have a bad problem with balancing stuff out because I want to go party, but I'm gonna get my stuff done too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So how obviously like now what do you do? Like what's the vibes now? Obviously you're in New York.
I'm in New York.
You know,
I'm a marketing assistant at Atlantic Records. And yeah, that's it, girl.
She said, yeah, that's really it.
So how was like that transition of like getting out of college and like going into the music industry? Like where did you start?
Okay, I didn't start automatically with music. Actually, that's a lie. You know, like COVID messed me up a little bit. Like,
okay.
I was thinking that's when I ended school. It's not when I ended school. So I started doing like social media management for small companies in Winston-Salem, like at the tail end of the pandemic. Ooh,
okay.
I lost it. And that kind of like segued into working with artists and like helping them run their accounts and like what they should be posting on social media, like small artists or whatever.
Okay.
And then after school, I didn't really focus on music, but I was doing the same thing. Like I was helping smaller accounts, smaller artists build up their Instagram pages. Okay. What should they post on their Instagram? How often should they post? Stuff like that. And then it was just, I was working a job. I was working at IT.
Okay.
And
oh wow.
Yeah, real life, right? No, I was working in IT and I was so irritated all the time. Those people were irritating me so bad. I have learned from that I'm such a person that I can't like just keep doing stuff for money. Like I was getting paid good money, but I was so annoyed 24/7.
Yeah.
And I had to work like out of the state, so I was living out of a suitcase for a long time. It just wasn't fun for me. So I was like, okay, I gotta shift gears, I gotta find something new to do. And I met this guy who was a rapper, and he was like, yeah, he didn't say it outright, but basically he needed a manager. I knew he needed a manager.
Like hinting.
You know? And that kind of like propelled me into like this whole music industry, I guess, because it was real small potatoes in the beginning. But doing that, I just realized that this is something that I could do, that I can take many different like avenues in and still not be like feel like I'm tied to something or have to deal with people if I don't want to deal with them. So I'm just trying to expand now.
Okay. And like when it came to like the manager, I'm guessing you took the manager position?
Oh yeah.
So how was that experience, like, going from IT to now manager for an artist?
Okay, that was crazy because I went from having like crazy bread to having no money, first of all. Let's start there. But other than that, I mean, it was a really big shift. Like everything I did was like my control, and I had to figure out how to like talk, because it's a completely different world. So you have to figure out like the vocabulary, how to speak to people, like what different avenues to take. It was like a whole 180 on my life for real. But I mean, it was pretty easy. Like it wasn't like I just had to keep telling myself that like, oh, you could do this. Like every time I would accomplish something, I would be like, damn, that wasn't that hard. So that's
I could do it again. I could do it again.
Like
So what was it like, being that like you started off with like smaller artists and now you're at a label where it's like a whole bunch of big artists now? Like how was that transition? Do you see like differences?
Okay, yeah, it's a really big difference. There are a lot of different things that I'm learning about how teams work, because when you work with smaller artists, for instance, at a label, the manager is kind of like just overseeing everything. So like an artist manager is overseeing everything. When you have a label, because the label comes with a team. The label comes with digital, they come with marketing, press, sales, all of that. Yeah. When you're working with a smaller artist, and there's money. Let's add that to that.
And there's money.
Right. When you're working with a smaller artist, it's your money, the artist's money, if y'all have that, relationship going on. And then everything is you. If you're not making the digital stuff, or if you're not making the content or whatever, you got to find somebody to make it. And then it's always something, there's always an extra step. When you have a label, it's like, these people handle this, these people handle this. It's actually really crazy. Everybody just comes with the ideas.
Wow.
Like working independently with an artist, it's like, damn, we got to really come up with some stuff.
Yeah.
It's really crazy that there's like a homeroom of people working on you and your project, as opposed to it just being you and the artist and like the artist homeboy and shit trying to figure stuff out.
Right.
The artist homeboys. Nah, I feel like that.
Because it be
really
true like that.
They be like, yo, my homeboy, he can really rap.
Like,
I got you, but like, what do you want me to do about that?
If that's what y'all really want to do, okay.
And I feel like people don't understand, like, this rap, like, artists in general, like, it's not a game. Like, it's not for everybody. And I feel like people just don't realize that, because everybody thinks, like, oh, I'm going to get a record label, or, like, I'm going to be with a label. And it's like, bro, do you know how long it took for Cardi B, like, all these people to actually get to where they are now? And you think that, like, yeah, it's cool, like, you got a viral song, great, but it's like, is it gonna be consistent?
Right.
And I feel like that's what I'm realizing now, even like being on the outside looking in, and these artists are like, I'd be like, oh, that's a fire song. Now you gotta like come up with something that's gonna beat that. That shit is hard.
Yeah, that shit is hard.
Like, imagine? Absolutely not. I'd be like, I really don't got nothing. I'll sell that and be like, I'm good.
Right. I gave y'all this. Like, what you want me to do?
What you want me to do? Like, but when it comes to obviously like working at Atlantic, what have you seen, I guess, change within yourself to be like, wow, like obviously, like you said, like I could do this. What have you seen like changed?
Well, I'm a lot more calculated when I do stuff. Like before working at Atlantic, I didn't have no like everything was kind of just like guerrilla style. So anything that I'm doing, like there's really no plan to it unless like I just come up with the next steps.
Okay.
Like there is a plan for everything. Like you should do this first, you should do this first. That's absolutely crazy to me, because when I was doing stuff on my own, like, for instance, like getting artists on certain platforms or whatever, you really just got to keep bugging people, or you really just got to like know how to talk to them, know what to say to them, and just cross your fingers and hope it work in the end. Like that. Now I know that, like, okay, maybe I have to make relationships with people. I got to make sure I'm doing this. I got to make sure I'm here at this event doing this. Like, there are so many other. That's just one example, but there are so many things like that where it's like, okay, let me follow a little bit of a guideline for myself instead of just trying to like jump and close my eyes and shit. Like, it's not working like that.
Oh my goodness. So in a sense of like label, what do you think a label gives to artists? Like, what, well, I literally just said the question. I know I'm about to repeat myself, but like, what do you feel like a label gives to artists from independent artists besides money? I know that's a big one. I know
I'm
money.
about to say, well, the money, but no, definitely, like I said before, a team. And then just, again, with like connections and stuff, because like at Atlantic, every single person is connected to 10 different people. Like, because the industry is technically small, so everybody knows everybody. But there's always one person who knows somebody else. You know what I mean? And you don't have that if you're independent. I mean, unless your manager is just like real mixy. Like, you really don't have that. You know what I mean? So that, definitely the team, definitely like real business plans, and not like I said, like me, you, and your homeboy just writing stuff down, deciding what we're gonna do for real, because that's what it is. And the money.
Literally, look, I know the money plays a huge part, because it's like now you have somebody to kind of back you up, rather than you're trying to just kind of like you said, like trying to nitpick for coins and stuff. But you did talk about social media, which I do want to get into. How did you use social media to help those independent artists? I'm actually like pretty interested.
Well, you mean like before, when I was like managing accounts and stuff? It was really just giving them a posting schedule. Okay. And then like if you drop an album or anything, if you drop anything, you should be promoting it for at least a week or two before. Okay. And then still a couple of weeks after. Like, a lot of people that I know that I used to work with will like not be on the internet, post a song, post a couple videos, post a clip, going.
Yo, I'm so glad you said that though, because I feel like a lot of artists, like, they don't know how to market themselves. They don't. So they think that, just because they like post a song that people are gonna listen to it. Just because you post a song doesn't mean anybody's gonna listen to it.
People think they J. Cole. They don't have to have an Instagram. Like, you have to, in this world, you have to be on Instagram. Like, it doesn't make sense. You can't do that. Or like they overpost, and it'd be like posting nonsense, like memes and stuff, because they're trying to get people to see them. You can't do that. Yeah. Everything is real calculated.
You know what's so funny? I recently been seeing like on my Instagram, like artists who are like, I guess, promoting in a sense, like buying ads, to where like I'm scrolling and I'm seeing like their music, and sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. But if I do like it, I'll save it and be like, oh, I'm gonna come back to that, and like I'll look at their stuff. But it's just interesting to see, like, I think people are starting to get the gist of like, if you want people to like get to know you, people to see you, Instagram and TikTok is gonna be your best friend, especially TikTok. Let it go viral. Yeah, it is clip. Like, you might as well be ready to make a new song. You need to be on the board, like, all right, this worked, let me make something similar. What is his name? We were literally just singing his song, You Ever Made Her Bend Her Knees.
Oh, like, the JP guy. He coming out with song after song.
And that's that right there, independent, that's marketing, guys. Use it. That, like, literally his songs are very catchy. Yes. The song I was listening to, I was like, is that Dora the Explorer in the back?
I'm dead.
Like, literally, he had that one, and he had Gravity Falls. I was like, but it works, because I'm listening to it, because I'm like, I recognize Everybody Vomit Out. Like, I realized.
I'm dead. I hear that one.
Like, I heard it, and I was like, listen. And he's in college.
Right. So it's mad relatable. He's not doing nothing crazy. He don't got hella money. Like, he's just recording himself. I don't understand what people don't get about that.
He's literally doing what half of y'all want to do. Like, and it's whatever he's doing, it worked. And it's like, I get it. It's really frustrating to like put something out and people don't like it, or you're not getting the views or whatever. And it's like, I mean, it just shows if you're willing to put in the effort for it, or you're just going to be like, oh, it doesn't do well, and then kind of move on. You never know, because if you would have kept going, you could have been right up there with him.
Like, it took Lizzo 7 years to break whatever that song is called, that everybody loved from her. That one song, I can't think of the name of it. Truth Hurts. I said Pretty Hurts like Beyonce.
Yeah. I was like, when you said Hurts, I was like, Truth Hurts. I was trying to get it.
7 years. And now people can't stop talking about her. She's fucking everywhere.
Same thing with SZA.
Exactly. Like, years.
Yeah. It took forever. And to see her obviously win, like, that was like, damn, even Victoria Monet, like to see these women, sorry boys, but we get on topic of women, but just to see women like progress in sports and music and just like the entertainment business, I'm so happy to see it just because of the fact that like we've come so far. Like we've been wanting this for a while, and the fact that like she did not stop. Monet didn't stop. Neither did freaking SZA. Like all these people that are finally like getting that shot. It's like, imagine if they would have stopped.
Right.
They would have never been able to even see themselves get to that point. So, man, I love it.
I think that even like goes to like even people like comparing themselves to where people are at and stuff, because it's like they think like, oh, this person's here, and then it's like you don't know the progress that happened. Like everything, like it takes time, and like people's moments are gonna be like, you know, like for them, like it's not. But yeah,
no, you're right. I agree.
I definitely think that like even the way social media works now and how like you could post something and you could be falling down the stairs, bro. Like, I just find that so interesting how, like, I can make the most dumbest videos on social media and there's a possibility that I might get 1 million views. And now that one video is going to get me paid.
Yeah.
Like, somebody watch my videos. Thank you. Like, somebody watch it. So it's definitely interesting to kind of, like, look at that. But how do you feel about social media as a whole?
I have my problems with social media. I really do. I really do. But I mean, I can't act like it's not beneficial in so many ways.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like for example, I was just talking about AI the other day, right? Like somebody that I work with, they used AI to make ad libs, to make the clean version for somebody because they needed a clean, but they didn't have them there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's a good way to use AI. Like that makes a lot of sense. But then like when they use AI to make like naked pictures of people, or like when they use it to use rappers' voice to sing something else, I'm like, that's crazy, and that's really messed up.
Yeah, it is for sure. I've been seeing that. I saw like a Drake one.
Yeah, like a SZA one. I was like, how are
and
they
it sounds
doing this?
exactly
Yes.
like them.
That's wild because now you're like, people can really like make money off of this. Like, you have no like.
And I think that's why like they're really like trying to like get onto it, especially like labels and stuff, because they're like, yo, like if they can make a song where our artists like voice, like we need to start putting some legal action towards that.
That's why TikTok took a lot of freaking songs down. TikTok was like, all right,
now,
like I was sitting there and I was like, I went to go like put a song on my TikTok and I was like, oh, it's gone. Like, damn, like,
oh yeah, the thing with Universal.
Yeah, I was like, that's a bummer because a lot of people's videos are dropped.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not even like just artists itself, but like even like producers and stuff. I was working for this one like smaller label with a smaller artist, and you know, she's not signed to Universal or anything, but I guess whoever produced her song was. And all her songs were getting like copyrighted.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about that.
So crazy. It's even like producers, like there's so much that goes into it.
See, like even like that legal aspect, it's like you just got to be careful because you just never know. Like a song goes up and now like, especially like ghostwriters, I've been seeing a lot of ghostwriters like coming out like, oh, I wrote this, but I'm like, you chose to be the ghostwriter. Like you can't do that.
I'm dead.
You can't come out and be like, that was me. I think this lady, I'm not gonna talk about that, but I'll talk about it off camera. But she was talking about something and I was like, you can't be mad. Like you cannot go to social media and be like, I wrote this song for blah 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 blah, when you signed a contract to say that you was going to be a ghostwriter. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm happy Lucky Day came out because, boy, that music is good.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one.
He needed to be an artist because he got the tune. Like, praise you, thank you for that, for the music, honestly. Like,
it's crazy too, like being at a label and then seeing like artists develop and stuff. I was gonna ask you, you have like been at Atlantic interning and stuff for a while and stuff. Who would you say like you've seen like grown a lot as an artist?
That's a good question. I'm trying to think of somebody. You know who I would say? Lil Tyler.
Okay.
Because when I first got there, he was dropping like a project or something, and I've just seen from that project to what's what was dropped last and like the things that are coming up, like he's really growing. But also he's growing in real life. Like he was a child. So like it makes sense to me. I'm like, wow, he's really growing into himself. But you could tell like in his music and what he wants to sound like. So
to actually like hit on that about like obviously growing in the artistry on age.
Right.
Like how have you seen that, or how do you think that plays a role, especially in like these artists now who are like 16, 17 and getting millions of dollars and that they've never seen, you know, before?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, only because like I feel like these like the kids don't get no real childhood or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's like the music industry is so crazy, like it could ruin them early.
Yeah.
Like everybody in the music industry jokes about how like if you fresh, like, oh, you haven't been ruined yet. Like, so it's like so I don't know, but it's like double-sided because like everybody should get theirs. Everybody has a time, you know what I mean? So
that makes sense. I definitely feel like, even not to like be on the dark side, but even like the whole like Disney thing, like Quiet on Set, I watched it and I was like, whoa, like you literally don't have a childhood. Like you go, you're on TV or, you know, doing music, and it's like you're just constantly moving. Like you don't know what school's like. Like you get homeschooled. Like just the thought, like you said, of like that childhood just like ripping from under your foot. And then you get older and you're kind of like, and then you start having kids young just because like you just don't know, like,
or like you're on drugs, or like you're doing dumb stuff. Rapping with guns, being with the shooters and stuff. That's more where I be seeing, you know.
Even I don't know his name, but like he is like he is.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I don't know his name.
I don't know his
but
name
he's
either.
like, he's a freaking, like, he's a child. Like,
he's a kid.
He's not even in double digits probably yet.
I don't think so.
Y'all talking about Lil RT?
There's a few.
Who? Say it again?
Lil RT?
That's his name.
Little RT.
Oh my God.
Oh, okay.
I saw that and I was like,
you know what's crazy? Like when you said that, a few kids came to mind, and that's
really
it.
Like who?
Yeah, I was like who?
I'm not gonna drop names.
Oh,
I'm dead. He was in the strip club.
There's a few kids out here that I feel like
I'm not gonna drop names.
The managers or whoever's involved is taking advantage and trying to like grow them up a little too fast.
Yeah.
Like there's situations that they shouldn't be in.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because even him, I was like, I saw him. I mean, the music was fire. I was listening to it, but I was like, how old are you?
I'm
like,
not. The music was fire.
it was okay.
I have not listened.
It was okay. And I think there was one song I was like, okay, but then to see like obviously how he talks like at this age and like
that's
you're
a problem.
Like, oh shoot, like you know how is that gonna work? Obviously, like, and then you got kids around his age that like look up to him. Like it's a lot to think about, and I get it. Like he blew up, but it's like he's not even 13. Like he's not even in middle school yet.
Right.
Like it's like these people are making like decisions, and it's like, is it the right decision and stuff like that? But like I said, I feel like when money is involved, it's like, you gonna take it? Because I'm not gonna lie, you give me $1 million, I might turn the other way.
Yeah, but you know what? I think that's too like even at their age, right? They're.
I'm sorry, man. Like
she's going. Give her the money.
Give me, right in my hand. Thank you.
We're talking about the little boy that be rapping. She like, shit, $1 million. I'm gonna just be like, I don't even see it.
Like, $1 million, man.
Nah.
Win the lottery. Listen, I mean, the fact that once again somebody just won the lottery in Jersey, like what, $1.1 billion? Come on now. I'm turning the other cheek.
No, I'm crying.
Yo,
okay.
I'm crying.
That's good to know.
Turn the other cheek. Like,
wait, I got somebody that'll do it for you though.
No, for real. You just give the right price.
Right. Oh shit.
Okay, no. Look,
crazy.
Take it out. Take it out. It's gonna be in there, but it's all jokes, guys. It's all jokes. Please don't kill me. It's a joke. It's just a joke. Maybe. Type.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, that was funny.
I'm sorry. What was you going?
We need to dive back in. Okay. Look at me.
She just started laughing and she moved.
Because I couldn't. It was too funny. I couldn't.
Oh God. All right.
I have a question for y'all. Is that okay?
Okay.
How do y'all feel about the kids in the schools and stuff inviting Sexy Red to the schools and the kids singing Sexy Red?
Oh, shoot, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? She has gone to like, I don't know if it's high school or what, but there are children at a school. She's like done walkthroughs at the school, like in the auditorium, sung with the kids. They singing Sexy Red. Y'all ain't seen that? What?
That's not on my side of TikTok.
I'm dead. On the same line of the kids being young and like being rappers and stuff, I feel the same way about that. Like, why are they rapping Sexy Red?
Who allowed that?
Of all the people, and then who paid her to come to the school?
Yeah,
like. That's the whole, you can give them some money and look the other way.
When it comes to all of this, when it comes to kids, the music industry, and them being exposed at a young age, I feel like it all has to do with the parents and who's involved.
Yeah,
really,
absolutely.
like the whole team. Like, it's like, what made you put two and two together that this is okay?
Yeah.
Like, you know? So,
and I feel like now, like, even when people talk about, like, the next generation, like, I was talking to my brother the other day just about, or my mom, about, like, my generation of college grads or whatever, and them being teachers. And my god sister, she is in 6th grade, and she was like, yeah, like, I have a teacher, she's 24, and she's like the best teacher I've ever had. And like she like helps the older teachers kind of get in tune with like what works for us. And it's like even things like that, like seeing like my age kind of like help gravitate like these new generations in a better path, rather than like, let's listen to Sexy Red. But then I do see some teachers that use those popular songs to get them to understand math and stuff like that. Do I feel like it's the best way? Maybe, maybe not. But if it's working, it's so hard. Because if it's working for my kid to like remember like a math problem, listen, you remembered, you got an A.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Like, I'm not mad, but then it's like, then you bring somebody like Sexy Red who like, you know, is shaped as like twerking and like, you know, that stuff to my child's school. And I'm like, so this is what I'm paying you to do, like, you know, for my kid. So I do understand, you know, maybe give a little check. I wouldn't be mad at that. Like, you bring a check to school. Like Drake, he brought, or one of his shows.
So basically, pay her.
Drake brought a check, you know, like to, or like his concert, this girl was like, oh, like I'm in law school or whatever, and he paid for like her first semester.
Oh, I saw that.
Or something. So like even things like that, like I get it. Like kids are gonna be very excited to see these celebrities, but it's like I want celebrities to really give back to the community. I think I get it. People probably don't care about that, but like it helps,
right?
Because you know some kids don't have computers when they go home, and there's just so many aspects that I feel like we're not talking about. And it's like, oh, it's cool to see a celebrity, but like, what are you doing when you're coming to the school? Like, are you talking to the kids about, listen, like, this is not what it's all cooked up to be. Like, what you're coming, but what are you giving? Like, I get it, but it's like, yeah, my kids are excited. I'll be yelling too, but what am I getting in return? Like, not to say that I have to, but it's like, it would be helpful when you see, you know, you have money in a sense, and, you know, these kids might be struggling a little bit. Let me give iPads out, like something.
Yeah, I think it'd be different if like Sexy Red came and like she was donating or like giving something out to the kids. But like if you're performing and like the songs are explicit, why are you really there?
Too explicit.
Yeah, like, way too explicit. So.
And they're like, it is. I ain't gonna, boy, you know, I mean, I like the song, but
yeah, but we grown. Not an 8-year-old. You know what I mean?
That is true. My 8-year-old come on talking about, boy, you know what?
Right. Exactly.
Boy, what? You know what's fat? What are you talking about?
You better know them books. How about
like,
that?
Yeah. Them books is heavy. That's what I know. And I'm listen. But other than that, I'm like, I think that if we, especially artists, and I work in sports, so it's definitely different. And working in the community is definitely way different from how I see, like, I guess artists promote. One thing I did see was like Toys for Tots. Like I see artists do that a lot, and I think it needs to be done more. Where like, hey, like an artist, like you want to grow, you need to get back into your community, give back, because those are gonna be the people that are gonna buy tickets. Those are gonna be people that come to your show, that's gonna continue to listen to your music. And it's like, yeah, we love you, but it's like, you know, like I said, what are you doing in return? Like. That's a big thing for me. Like, I want to see more artists, like, give out toys, give out books, have a panel, like, talk. Like, give me some information that's going to help me in the future. Something.
I wonder why they're not doing that. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Especially, like, all the hood artists. Like, how did you get here? Yeah. Go back.
I think even, too, like, I think like being at a label and stuff, I think they do come up with these ideas. Like,
right.
we see it all the time. They be like, oh, like, can we have an artist do this and that? And I think sometimes the artist is like,
like, I'm not really for it.
Yeah, like, that's where it kind of gets tricky.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, listen, I would, y'all got to get back into the community. I think it's definitely helpful. Like, and I'm going to tell you now, and that is exactly why Drake is who Drake is. Because he, whether we see the money or not, he's saying it. Like, you know, he's doing something. He helped a lady, she was pregnant. There was a guy, like, he brought tickets for him and his girlfriend. He gave him the money back and more.
But I kind of question that a little bit because I'm like, he giving all this money out to people. I haven't seen nobody be like, yeah, like, I got the money. I really got it. That is like, true. You know, like, how does that even work when you're at an artist? I just always think about, I'm like, did they really get the money though?
Yeah, well,
like,
I'll be saying that to them.
No, if you went to Drake's concert and you was one of those people that he said, I was going to give you money, whatever, did you get the money? That's my question.
Yeah. Let us know.
Because he giving out thousands.
Like, for law school, he was like, I'll pay for the first semester. Pay the college debt in my pay the college debt. So that's why I'm like, if you got some Mya from, you know, Drake, let us know if it was real or not. If you don't feel comfortable, I get it. I'll be scared too. But I'll be scared too. But I'm just like, at this point in life, like, I do feel like we need to figure out that whole community aspect, and I feel like that should be like not a demand with artists, but just like a thought, like, listen, as an artist, you got to get back into the community.
I definitely think it should be damn, lost the word.
I was gonna say mandatory.
Mandatory is what I was gonna say.
I was gonna say
it should definitely be something they have to do. Like, what else are you contributing? Especially like not greats. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to give Drake the title right now with the beef going on and everything. Yeah. But Drake, okay, not talking about him. Everybody else, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Just clogging up the airways for real. Like, what are we really listening to?
Literally.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Yeah. A Boogie did something, didn't he?
A Boogie did something.
He did. So you're not in that category.
He gives back the cup. You know, he does what he can.
He does what he can. He does something.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of somebody else. I don't know. Everybody needs
to start
giving back.
But that's why I think another thing too, like Jennifer Lopez, that whole thing that's going on right now. Everybody don't like her right now. Like, she is not like everybody's favorite right now. But I think that's really too because, you know, she reps a lot that she's from the Bronx. And yet she hasn't, they say, oh, I don't know personally. I haven't really looked into it, but they say like, oh, she hasn't really done anything for the Bronx. Like, you go ahead and you repping it so much. You're using it for, you know, to get clout and to get money and stuff, but you're not doing anything for the Bronx.
Yeah, exactly.
That's really
so they're like, oh, are you really from the Bronx?
Are you? I'm questioning it.
But no hate towards her. No hate.
No, none at all. None.
Hate.
On that couch over there. No, but what would be 3 pieces of advice you would give to a college student who, you know, is in college and maybe actually looking into getting into the music industry?
Okay. The first piece of advice, I guess, would be just to be as connected as possible. So, like, for me, I lived in a small town. So, for me, it was the radio station.
Oh, wow.
In my school, though. And then, like, I was like part of like a journalist something. It was really weird, but just that stuff. Like, be connected with like the media channels around you.
Yeah.
Because in that way you could build rapport, and then you always have like a home of media people to come back to, and then you know what to expect because it's always the same stuff when it comes to media. So that, stay connected. I guess not to be too consumed with the things going on around you if they don't really serve you. Like, you could have friends, you could go out, you could do whatever you want to do all of that, but you also have to focus because you have to finish so you could get out of there, you could start something new. And just to like make sure you have like all of your things in order. I think the last thing would be just to not give up, you know, because it's a lot of no's. It's a lot of no's, and it's a lot of hard nights. Empty saving accounts.
No, for real.
So you can't give up. You just got to keep going.
Yeah. No, I definitely feel that. But yeah, guys, this is Drummer 101 Podcast. Podcast that has everything and nothing to do about college. Once again, I am your girl, Mya G, and of course, Victoria. And thank you so much for coming. I'm actually really excited that you were here. That was really interesting to like we definitely got into some tea. I'm not gonna lie. He was like, and no. I was like, damn, fuck. Kind of clips. I know he's gonna be like, Mya. I'll be like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Just censor it just a little bit. That's all. But yeah, guys. Hopefully, we will see you in our next episode. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you share and follow us on all our social media platforms. And we will hopefully talk to you soon. So bye.
Bye.